are ready for the last category, which is the teams that are ready to enter the market, which are the student teams.
For the pitch, we practiced to get it perfect. If you are hearing impaired, then only 1 in 1,000 people will know how to communicate with you by sign language. By transforming sound to understandable vibrational patterns on the skin, Team HART makes the world of sound tangible for the hearing impaired. And with our device, you can learn your first 10 words in the language of touch in only 5 minutes. Now, knowing that we can successfully substitute senses, we're also looking to enhance human abilities. Imagine having the smelling capabilities of a dog, the sharp sight of a hawk, or even a full 360-degree vision. The goal of Team HART is to make the world more inclusive and humans more exclusive, so that the next time you meet someone who's hearing impaired, you'll hardly have to try. Join us in challenging the definition of being human, so that finally we become more than human.
Social impact.
Yeah, that's something which struck me immensely, is the desire and the wish or the intention to change society, to make our society better. Sustainability is high on the agenda of these student teams. I think it's extremely impressive and shows that also the younger generation is taking its responsibility to make our planet better.
Yeah, yeah, and actually doing
things hands-on. Absolutely, it's all about hands-on.
Yeah.
And that's what is so unique at this university.
And that's why we're so lucky that we work here.
Absolutely, I'm enjoying it each day.
Yeah, me too. Anyways, please tell us who's the first finalist in this category?
Well,
they're all ready. Asking,
yep.
yes, are you all ready? Can you hear us? Because that's very important. Yes, okay, thumbs up. Fingers crossed. I will cross my fingers for you.
Good. Okay, I announced the first finalist, and that is Team HART.
Team HART, you're going to the final. Yay, congratulations. I see a very happy guy. Okay. Yes, and these are all the members of the jury in this category, and they're here. Half, it's hybrid, so half you're here physically, a warm welcome, and also a warm welcome for the ones joining online. It's great also to have a lot of marks. I'm gonna maybe say which mark is who. Yeah, police mark is kind of easy to distinguish, so that's good. And the contestant, of course. Robin, are you ready?
I think I am.
Yes?
Yes.
It's okay. You look great. Marvelous.
Thank you.
Especially your arm. It's that will do the job. Okay, I will give you the word.
Thank you very much. If you are hearing impaired, then only 1 in 1,000 people will know how to communicate with you by sign language. But by transforming sound to vibrational patterns, Team HART can substitute your hearing. Well, next to substituting senses, we also aim to enhance and even create new human abilities in a responsible way. The goal of Team HART is to make our world more inclusive and humans more exclusive, so that we can all become more than human. I am Robin, and I'll be glad to answer any of your questions.
Well, and the first question is of Bart.
Well, Robin, thank you for your pitch again. And I think we all recognize the enormous potential in the idea that you have. So my first question actually is one, why do you focus on this specific market for the hearing impaired, given the enormous potential that your idea currently has?
Yes. So obviously the greatest target group of customers is currently the hearing impaired, or the people that have a senses missing in that sense. So blind people and hearing impaired people. And these have the most obvious need to get this substituted to be included in this society. So that's why this is our first focus.
Okay. And Mark, police Mark.
Thank you. I was much impressed by your invention, and good of you to wear it today. Of course, there's a number of potential uses of it. I could imagine that if you have such a thing used widely throughout society, it would be less of a stigma to wear an attachment. But I'm wondering, what market, apart from the hearing impaired, are you preparing for next? What's your focus?
Okay. Very good question. The first next market that we probably aim to target is the visually impaired market. So that's also sensory substitution. After that, we think the most applications can be found within specific business applications. But in the end, we aim to create a platform on which you can download senses, such that everybody could have freedom of experience and can just download the senses that they want and with what they want to experience the world.
Thank you.
Okay, and the next question is from Mark, but then Mark Metronic. Online.
Yes, thank you. So very innovative idea, I guess. And it is also very relevant for the people that you're aiming at, hearing impaired in first. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you got to the idea? So did you review first other ideas that you dismissed, or did you already have the idea and basically searched for an application for it?
Yeah, very good question. We started only last September with the 6 founding members of Team HART, and we were all very interested in just the topic of human augmentation. So we were looking into the best sort of application that we could potentially build, prototype, etc. And this is where we came up with this sleeve. It has been done before to have a vest with vibrational motors for translating language to patterns. So some of this is built on past literature, but it has never been excessively built out, so to say. So that is why we came up with this.
Okay, and then there's a question of Mark Assing from ASML. Yes.
Yes, I think it's a very interesting concept, and I think it has a huge spectrum of possibilities. But I guess my question is, what is your first product actually going to look like? Because I see a prototype with a lot of variants, etc. But what are you actually going to deliver as a product first?
Yes, very good question. I think that although we currently don't have the perfect products yet, we will try to do research into multiple fields at the same time. So we will continue to develop this as well, but also already try to gain knowledge in the field of substituting vision, for example, because there's a lot to learn on how to transform data into vibrational patterns. But our first focus and our first product will be in the area of sensory substitution, so for hearing impaired and visually impaired, most likely.
But it is actually like the sleeve you're wearing now, but then without the wires, etc. That's what it will look like, basically.
Well, we are still very much in the research process, so it might take shape in another form, because we will do extensive user testing, like with our third prototype, we call it, which is more durable and more compact. This is not very durable yet, so we can't really do extensive user testing with it. But once we do extensive user testing, we will fine-tune the prototype, maybe give it a different shape, who knows, and then we can start looking into indeed producing it.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Questions answered? Okay, well, thank you so much, Robin, for the great explanation. And even though it looks a bit open source, that we can still see a bit what's going on, so it's great. Thank you so much, Robin. Yay! The finalists coming on the stage.
Well, also, once again, long debates between the members of the jury, looked at all the different components, but finally they went for the student team, which was really helping a big group of people, an extremely creative innovation solution being provided, a huge potential, and still a world full of new discoveries to be explored. And that makes the winner of the Student Team Awards, Team HART.
Yay! And yes, I invited. Congratulations, Robin.
Thank you so very much.
Because it was a bit of a surprise. I thought I'm going to invite Buster Franke. He's the winner of last year with Fruit Punch AI,
That's
making
right.
being a big part of the Intelligent Institute here. And I thought maybe it's good that you get it from a winner of last year, because you really make the next steps. And can you give a tip then to the winner of this year?
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations. Of course, we already know each other a little bit, and I also voted for you in the in the competition. What my tip would be is, you know, looking towards a sustainable business model. I don't know exactly about the business model that you handed in for the competition, but what's very important to, you know, keep aligning your team over time is to set some, you know, very ambitious goals, but then also create an extremely concrete roadmap just from how you're going to get from today to that point. And then when you're pitching for investors, always pretend like you're 6 months into the future with your prototype, because that's when you'll actually get the investment. That's my tip.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. And then Robin, on behalf of your team, do you want to say something?
I'm just incredibly proud of our team. I mean, thank you for the advice. We're going to take it and we're going to make a roadmap, I think. But we're just so incredibly proud of our team, what we have set up in a year. It's, yeah, and we couldn't have done it with all of the TOE contest, the coaches, the companies, friends and family. So big thanks to everybody.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And I hope next year we do it live, the TOE contest 2022. Yay! Woo!